So hello everyone. I just now am off the seminar on le Cirque québécois, Cirque du Soleil and beyond. And I am very happy to be speaking to how this work relates to an understanding of Canada. I'm Charles Batson. I am a professor at Union College in Schenectady, New York, in the United States. And my work has always and forever been associated around theater and dance, and now circus, and including things that are happening in the French and the Francophone world space. I am the co-director of the Circus and its Others Research Initiative that I would like to call your attention to along the way. So it is my understanding that there are three questions for me. One of them is that how does my work relate to Canada? Well, I think I have to tell you that my own origin story is actually not that I woke up one day and I said, oh, I want to understand more about Canada. No, that was not what had begun. I got there through another route. I got there with, I think what I just now mentioned, the notion of theater and dance, and then Paris in particular. I then said, ooh, there have to be other places where interesting theater and dance happen, and that then was Montreal. By the time I got to Montreal, I was like, oh, I can't think about theater and dance without thinking about circus. And then I said, oh, circus has something to say to us about Quebec. As I started to think about Quebec, I said, ooh, it is then through an understanding Quebec that we then understand Quebec's places, always in the plural, I think, within Canada. And I think that that is what then maybe I can go back to, because do I not understand that question number two is, how does this work help us understand Canada? Three things, if I could. First, and I think I call it a simple answer, that a cultural product is always a cultural product, meaning that it is a product in and of a culture and it's multiple peoples and it's their contexts. Here, I guess I'm proposing that this kind of circus that I like to work on can be revelatory of Quebec itself. And then, of course, by understanding Quebec, we understand more of Canada. So the product is of a specific time and place, and that specific time and place is what we are called to pay attention to. Second part of this answer, Quebec really is a little bit different. I think we always know this, but I think it's really important to say it out loud. I don't want to repeat notions of the two solitudes, for example, here, but we have to recognize that circus in Vancouver is not Cirque in Quebec, and that by understanding difference, we understand more. And then the third part, how do we understand Canada? I think by looking at circus, we also are called attention to, we are called to pay attention to the notion that Canada does produce cutting edge artistry and is recognized across the planet. Third question, advice for emerging scholars. Is there advice for emerging scholars? Yes, yes, yes. What does circus have to tell us about this? Yes, keep yourself open to surprise. I think that's going to be what I would say. Earlier in my life, and I think I mentioned, I had exactly no way of knowing that circus studies or even Canada would be so present in my own research and life. And I've been made more complete by it. So stay open to that. Thank you. I wish you all well in your journeys and your discoveries.